there! Well, welcome to my new filming space. This is my new filming space slash small makeup room. I mentioned to you in my most recent video that I was moving to a new area in my house to film my videos from. So I've been working on that all week and I think I finally have everything the way that I want it. I might have a few little cosmetic changes here and there, but for the most part I am done and ready to move forward. So I thought that maybe before I did any other videos or reviews or anything like that, I would just take you on a little tour of the room, kind of show you where I'm coming to you from now, show you some of the pieces that I picked out, why I chose them. This is a very small space, so I thought it might give you some ideas if you have a really small area in your home that you're looking to sort of customize for yourself as a little makeup or dressing room. A lot of the pieces here are from A.K.A, or I say a lot of the pieces, but there's just really two main pieces, and there's a few other little things that I picked up from A.K.A. What I will do is as I go through the room, I will put the names of the items at the bottom of the screen, and then I will try to either link to the items or at least list the items that I purchased for you in the information box below. So if you have any questions about that, hopefully that will help. If you have any other questions, certainly feel free to ask me and I will do my best to answer them. This is just what worked for me in this little space. So just to give you a little bit better background, I was previously filming in a built-in vanity area in our master bedroom. So there was a counter and sink and everything already built into that master bedroom. So I was sitting there and there were a few problems with that area. One, the room is ceramic tiled, so it was causing a really bad sort of echoey, tinny sound that made my voice very, very harsh. Maybe more annoying than it already is. And it was even hard for me to watch. I was listening to that thinking, wow, this just sounds kind of grating. And I don't know that it was that I was filming too loudly. It was just so echoey that it was really, really kind of a harsh sound to listen to. At least it was for me. And also it was a very odd slanted wall behind me. So there was really hard for me to position myself that it wasn't sort of an awkward angle. And I had some people that are, professionals in the photography field looking at that video, people in my family and things like that telling me, wow, this is kind of an odd background. You've either got it split in half with the television and bedroom in the back, or you're on this weird angled wall. And so it was just always something that was sort of awkward and I needed another option. So I knew that I needed a new space to film in, but I didn't want to use an entire room for just my makeup and filming. I don't have that large of a collection, and also I really like the rooms the way that we have them set up, so I didn't really want to change that and modify anything too much just to suit, my filming and makeup needs. And so what I did is I thought about this closet in our spare bedroom, and at first I thought, well, that really seems like it's a little bit too small of a space. It is larger as far as walk-in closets go, but I really felt for like actually being in the room and sitting in it and filming in it, it might be too small. So my husband suggested that we actually start removing some of the clothing and things like that and just see how much space we were really working with. Once we removed some of the furniture that was in here, the dresser and things like that, and then removed the clothing, we realized the room was a lot larger and had a lot more space than I had really realized. I'm actually able to stand with my arms completely extended in the room and turn around. So I really the wheels started turning and I started thinking, wow, this really could be a possibility for a small filming space for me. So we kind of went forward with that, took everything out with the exception of a little bit of shelving, and I will show you that. And so the room has really turned into a nice little makeup room, a great little filming space. It's very quiet in here. I've got everything neatly organized. I have lots of room. I have room to grow. The only drawback in this room is that it is a little bit hot. I've got really, really big filming lights, and so it does get a little bit warm in here. So at some point I might need to do a little bit of modification with the AC vent, actually put a vent in here. But for right now, I think the space works out really, really well. So let's just go ahead and get to the tour. Okay, so we're here in my den TV room, so I'm just going to start here and give you a better frame of reference of the room and where my little space is. So there's my youngest Sarah sleeping quietly as she likes to do in here with me. So here is the closet. And as you can see, it's a really small little space. It's about 5 by 5. I actually thought that it was deeper than it was wide, but we measured it and it is just a little bit over 5 by 5. The chair that I have in here is just a standard chair from Office Depot. It wasn't expensive or anything by any means. It is a little bit large for the room. I'm thinking at some point I'm going to have to get something armless that will work in here a little bit better, but it is really comfortable and I do like it. The pillow is from A.K.A. I just thought that was kind of a cute, girly little pillow. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and actually take this chair out of the room so I can come in here and show you the furniture and things a little bit more easily. Okay, so I'm just going to start here on the wall and work my way around the room. So these are a couple of framed mirrors that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. On the day that I brought you the video where I told you I was moving into a new space, I actually went out that day shopping looking for something for my background and I came across these. They were about $15 each. They were 50% off, so it was a really good deal. I knew that I wanted something decorative in my background, but I didn't want anything that was going to be too big of a distraction. When I show you products and things, I really want you to be able to see them without a lot of background interference. So I thought that these were kind of, you know, pretty decorative, but nothing too noisy for, you know, the wall behind me. And so what you're seeing is about like the bottom few inches of those when I film. And there, of course, is my L over there. I am not able to put that in my background, unfortunately, here. It just isn't going to work out. So it is still in here with me, but some of you had asked me about that. So it's here, but it's probably just not going to be on camera anymore. And then I have the flowers that you're used to seeing over here, and then my perfumes and just a couple little things. You probably never noticed it before, but I always had this in my background as well. It's from my husband's grandmother who is passed away, but it's just a little sleeping kitty cat, and I always had that up on the shelf behind me as well, so she is still with me. So this is an IKEA piece. This is from the Hems line or Hemnes line. This is the 5-drawer chest, and I picked it out in white. I do think this is something that you could paint if you wanted to. It also comes in red, and I know it also comes in espresso color because we have the espresso version in our office. This is really nice because it has different size drawers. So the top one is very shallow, and then there's a really deep drawer, the second one down, and then the last 3 are all the same size. And really the only modification that I made to this are the knobs. I picked these up at Hobby Lobby. I just really like the look of crystal knobs. I think it makes it a little bit more feminine looking and a little bit softer looking. The ones that came with it were like a black metal, which are really nice. They're a very classic looking knob, but I just thought that this would be a little bit prettier for sort of a girly makeup room. So this is a really nice set of drawers. I do have all of my makeup and extra items and things like that stored in here. I'm not going to go through all of my makeup collection in this video because it would get way too long, but I just kind of want to show you the main pieces of furniture and things like that. So now moving into the other side here is the desk that I picked out that I'm using as my vanity. This is from the Alex line. It's really simple and straightforward. There are metal legs on it, and then there are just 2 middle drawers here. Don't have a whole lot in this side. This is just some of the basic items that I use every day, my microfibers that I told you about, and then some of the palettes and things that I use really often. I don't have any great organization going on in here yet, but just some tissues, my false lash kit and things like that. And then in this side is just some office supplies that I moved from the other room. I don't have a ton of stuff in here, but just pens and pencils and things like that. And then you may recognize this from a previous video. This is just my spinning tool organizer. That's also from Hobby Lobby, so that's really nice. And then I just have lipsticks that I use every day. I have my Retin-A or tretinoin creams, some tissues. I have my facial cottons and Q-tips, tweezers, things like that. And then back here in this are Beauty Blender sponges. This piece, I'm not sure where that's from. I've had it for such a long time. I think it was Target. It's just like a bathroom accessory. And then this was from Ulta, just a little 3-piece acrylic set that I thought would come in really useful for me. This was from Home Goods. We just had a Home Goods open here and I saw that and I thought that was perfect. I have some of these little items like this that won't fit in these drawers, but they're things that I use really, really often, so I wanted to have them out. This is just a mint julep cup that we got for a wedding gift. So we have a whole bunch of them that we honestly don't use for mint juleps because I don't drink mint juleps, but they're really, really pretty glasses to have. So I thought I would use those for my makeup area. And then this is just a little vase that I got at a, what is that, Princess House party. And so I put a little bit of water in it, and then I use that to wet eyeshadows and things that I want to use as liners. And then here is my camera. I'm actually using my old point and shoot little digital camera because it's a little bit steadier than using this big one for this type of filming. And there's me. This mirror I picked up at Hobby Lobby as well. I think it was about $20. They had all of their mirrors, and the ones that I showed you on the wall behind me, they were all 50% off, so I picked that up. May paint it at some point, I'm not sure yet. It's kind of just an off-white color right now, but I'm thinking of maybe doing it in a high gloss white or maybe even silver, but I'm not in any rush to do that. And then down here I have a little LED light. This is the vanity, or the mirror cord. This is a little LED light that I picked up from IKEA as well. It doesn't give like a lot of meaningful light to the room, but it's a really pretty ambient light at night. It just sort of lights up the back of the vanity and it looks really pretty, so hey, why not? And this is just my mirror. It's a touch mirror, obviously. And the really cool thing about this desk is that it has a space for cords back here. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you this or not, but this, well, I'm not because I have so much stuff on here, but this actually flips up and then you can tuck all of your cords away. So this is just such a great desk. I love it. It was fairly inexpensive. I want to say it was about $159. I'm going to double check on that and I will put the information below if I can, but really reasonably priced for my needs. And then I have another of my mint julep cups back here that I just keep pens and pencils and things in. And then I need a junk basket. I don't know about you, but I have to have a junk basket for all those miscellaneous things that don't have any other home on a regular basis, so I throw all of those things in there. And then coming down around here into the corner, I have a power strip. My husband took double-sided tape and actually attached this for me so I would be able to plug everything in and then I can turn it off and on as needed. This is my camera remote. I have a little clock. This was $5 at IKEA, so I picked that up. And then just some wet ones to clean off the top of this. And then I really tried very hard to keep all of these cords nice and neat. It was a big jumbled mess back here, which you can kind of see it still is in the corner, but I really got everything down to sort of a manageable level. There are so many cords because of the lights. I have this fan, the computer charger, things like that, but my husband was able to put some of the items on this switch for me and then some of the other items down here, so I don't have to have the filming lights on all the time, but things that I need to have on all the time are on a separate switch. So that was really nice. This is a fan that I got from Home Depot. It's very quiet. It does a nice little job. It's really perfect for just sort of blowing on my legs and feet and things. This room gets really hot because of all the lights, so this is nice just to kind of keep things circulating until I get some better AC in here. And then of course just a trash can and a couple of plastic storage drawers. I think these are both from Target, but at very different times. The one on the right is a lot newer. I think they still have those now. And then on the one on the left I picked up at some point along the way, but just kind of, you know, catch-alls. I have all of my nail things in here. I have some things that I want to talk about in here to keep those organized. Some more office supplies and things up here. This is just like, I don't know, notebooks, papers, office supply stuff. And then over here I have some packaging. Sometimes I keep boxes if I want to remember to get some information off of them before I do a review, if there's anything like size-wise or something on them. Then I have a bunch of makeup bags in the middle and more makeup bags and travel containers in the bottom. So let me get back up here and we'll go over the lighting. So the lights are really big, obnoxious soft boxes that I got on Amazon, I believe it was, and that was last year when I first started my channel. I picked these up. They are on stands normally, but my husband figured out a way that we could actually suspend these so I wouldn't have to have them on the stands anymore. Having them on the stands made them really, really hard to have in this space, or any space for that matter. It just takes up so much room. So he had done another project where he had used these fishing, I think they're called fishing lure swivel hooks. So we used these and kind of wrapped them around and suspended them from the racks up here, and he just kind of gave a way that these would sit really far back into the corners, but kind of keep them up and off of my vanity to give me a little bit more space because they are so big. And then the same thing on this side as well. And as you can see up here, they're just attached all over. So it gives me a little bit more space. I think at some point in the future, I am going to want to get smaller lights to keep them sort of up, maybe in the corners and out of the way. But for right now, these do a really, really good job. So now let's go up top and I will show you what I have there. So this shelving was in here when my husband used this closet. It's from the previous owners. It works out really well, and so I decided just to leave it up there for all the things I want to keep out of the way. So I just put a couple shopping bags. Those have some smaller bags inside. There's my travel-on carry-on I've talked about, and just some more shopping bags, tote bags. That is my empties bin up there, and then just a couple boxes. That's my camera box. I use that because it has all of the information and stuff in case I need to read the manual, haha, which I never ever have done. And then that is a blow dryer that I'm supposed to be doing a review on, but then I started this project, so that's kind of gotten pushed forward a little bit. And then I just have a little L'Occitane bag here just for decorative purposes. And then a candle my parents gave me. And then these are all of my camera accessories and items. I have just chargers and batteries and a different lens and all sorts of stuff in here that I just need to be able to get to it often, but I want it out of the way. So I think that is everything. That is my new little makeup room filming space. So that's a tour of my girl cave, or Lady Lair as I like to refer to it. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and maybe it gave you some ideas if you have a little tiny small space in your home that you'd like to customize for your very own Lady Lair. So I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.